It's not uncommon at all for major retailers to run promotions, to run sales, in order to bring customers in. Now, while this is a great idea, obviously it means the companies and the manufacturers are going to be making overall less money. The other thing stores do to discount product is they put it on clearance, which means that, well, they're getting rid of the product. All right, so sales, clearance, cheap product, what's the difference? And really, not just the difference between sales and clearance with the types of products, but as an adult toy collector, why in the world should we even care about this? Does it matter to us? I mean, getting something on sale or at a good price, whether it's sale or on clearance, is still a win, right? Because you're getting the product for less than you would have previously. Well, sales and clearance are very different. It's not just apples to apples. When a sale happens at a major big box retailer, well, the difference between the SRP, the price the store is selling it for, and the sale price has to be made up for, and it's usually from the manufacturer handing over a chunk of change. So it's kind of a fake sale. I mean, not it's actually a sale, but it's not real numbers because the difference is being paid for by the manufacturer. Let me kind of explain a little bit. And to understand this, we have to really look at retail math and the way big box stores in particular judge how well an item does on the peg. It all comes down to velocity, which means the number of units sold per day, per week, per month, per cycle. And every item in a store has a specific formula based on how many units it's supposed to sell in that velocity time period. Again, it could be a day, it could be a month, it could be a year. Whatever that time period is, the item has to hit that amount, the number of sales, in order to maintain its space. And stores really focus on the sales per square foot. Every square foot of aisle is required to make a certain amount of revenue. Should an item make lower than this revenue, then it gets delisted and removed from aisle. And everything at a big box store, same with grocery stores, is all calculated out. It's not just haphazardly put on the shelf. And they'll even calculate how much time customers spend and how many times they come into the door, how many visits, visits per month, visits per year. It all comes down to ensuring that the item that's on the peg is going to hit that sales goal. Now, if your sales are in the dumps and you're not doing well, you don't want to be delisted, meaning kicked out of the aisle, kicked out of your peg, you can make up for this by essentially buying your way, or rather buying your way on staying on those pegs by paying for sales. So if you have a week where you don't hit your sales goal, well, you can hand over a chunk of change and make up those sales by paying for it, by funding the discount. Now, while this looks really good on paper, because it means that your sales are going to go up because the price is lower, and that difference in price is being made up for by the manufacturer, what you're really doing is papering over your problems. You're not necessarily attracting more customers. Yes, you may be selling product, more of it, because it's at a lower cost, so more people are saying, oh, I'll buy that, it's only $5 this week. I wasn't going to buy it for $10. And yes, it is physically moving product, but it's not driving revenue because you have to fund it. A clearance, on the other hand, is when a store makes the choice to delist an item because it's not doing well and maybe the manufacturer isn't stepping up and paying for sales. So clearance is when the actual manufacturer takes the hit just to get it the heck out of there so they can make room for product that's going to sell better. So when you see it on clearance, this is something the store is doing versus a sale is something that the manufacturer is funding. In particular, I noticed, and I know I talk about Masters of the Universe a lot, obviously I'm a big fan of it, having worked on it and collected it, and there's a lot of sales and clearance going on. The good old Origins of Evil, or the Rise of Evil pack, the one that's responsible for destroying the toy industry. Yep, it's now on clearance for $9, which $9 does not cover labor, does not cover shipping, does not cover the production costs, and it definitely doesn't cover labor and employees to actually stock the product. So when an item is on clearance, $9 for this pack, it means that they're losing money. They just want to get it out. All right. So that brings us back to why should we care about this? What does it matter a store getting rid of product, discounting the price? What does it matter if a manufacturer, like in this case Mattel, is going to pay that $6.70 per item in order to make up the difference between the sale and the SRP. So, what does this matter to us? Masters of the Universe in particular has been on sale a lot.
9 times.
9 times.
Yeah, that many sales in a year is an outlier. And I don't just track Masters of the Universe. I look at this for all brands because, well, that's what I do for a living. I'm a toy consultant. And looking at the aisle, you can see there's not a single other SKU in the boys' aisle that is on sale. At least right now. This video was taken this weekend. It's the first week of June 2022. Nothing. Just Motu in the middle. Everything else is at full price. The fact that the Motu SKUs, that's the He-Man brand for those of you at home, have been on sale continuously, and again, 9 times since they launched at Target, that means that Mattel is constantly funding these sales. They have spent millions of dollars reducing the cost of this product in order to maintain their peg space. They're essentially paying for the sales to ensure that the brand does the number of required units per period, week, month, day, etc., to continue to be at retail. If they didn't do this, if they didn't max out the value, Target would delist it. And then the question is, well, why is Mattel maxing out the value? Why are they throwing millions of dollars at ensuring this product will sell? Well, if they only have rights to the brand for a limited amount of time, we're still kind of waiting to see what's going to happen in 2023 if Universal takes over or if Mattel still has rights. Well, if you only have a brand for a limited time, of course you're going to want to max it out. You know, if someone said, hey, you've got the rights to make Star Wars toys for the next year, you would probably max that out too. So, while there's obviously an interest in maximizing the window when these toys can still be made, it still is pretty surprising how often this brand has gone on sale in the last year. Essentially, it means that it's not hitting sales expectations, so we need to get kids into this brand. That is the key. If kids could get into this brand, it's going to ensure it's got a robust future, and that means more toys for all of us, too. And in the end, isn't that what really matters? I hope you enjoyed this video and it was good clarification on the difference between sale product and clearance product and what it means when a brand goes on sale a lot. Alright, leave your comments below. Please do share this video. It's the best way to support this channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.